You see, Mr. Pease,
yes.
This is not just about your future or my future. This is the future of the railway.
We went into the hall and saw George Stephenson and Edward Pease and Robert Stephenson. They taught us about when they met and where they live and how George Stephenson got inspired to build trains.
We're not just talking about our future, our hobbies. We're talking about the future of the railway.
We learn about trains and how the first trains were built and who built the first trains. A boiler, a flue and two returning flues.
This is excellent.
Questions were bursting out of different areas. This area, that area, that area, that area. I've got 2 questions.
How did you plan to make the train?
How big was the locomotion? Number 1. How did you get all the money?
How did you put the trains together if you didn't have screwdrivers and things? Why did you call it the rocker?
What year did it first open? Do you know Joseph Pease?
Indeed, I do know Joseph Pease. I'm very pleased that you asked me that question. In fact, I knew 2 Joseph Peases. My father was Joseph Pease Sr., and my son, Joseph Pease, has a statue in the middle of Darlington. Have you seen Joseph Pease's statue? It was locomotion, just the one. It was followed by an engine called Hope and another engine called Black Diamond, all made at the 4th Street Works in Newcastle upon Tyne.
And I think we should call the firm Robert Stephenson and Company.
What a splendid idea.
George Stephenson, Edward Pease and George Stephenson's son, Robert Stephenson, came to our school today and done a little show about how they built the trains, and they brought a map in and they showed us all the different places where the rail line went.
The map was also around Darlington and we got to look at the places.
I feel like kind of happy that George Stephenson made his first train close to where we live and our school. I'm really proud that the railway is made near our area because then you get to learn more. If you're near to something related to local history, then you get to learn more because you'll actually get to go to that area.
In our classroom, George Stephenson walked through it to go to Mr. Pease's house, which is at Domino's Pizza.
So this was Fields at the time.
Croft Branch, Red Hall, Fighting Cocks, Goose Pool, Early Nook Yarm Lane, Preston Hall, Pennybot Gate, St John's Well, and
Tees. We're talking about goods, sir.
Not just goods.
We're talking about people. Transporting people, aye.
Do you mean passengers, sir?
Aye.
Passengers on a railroad? Well, I've never heard of it. Surely, sir, at what sort of speed would your locomotive travel?
12 mile an hour.
It really brought it to life because in our class, if it wasn't today and they never came, no one would have dressed up. Miss would have just told us about it.
And now declare the Stockton to Darlington Railway underway.
I've learned that 600 people got on the first train and Robert built the rocket train and it went 30 miles an hour.
We learned that it took 2 years to make the railways.
George Stephenson met Mr. Pease when he was 40 and Mr. Pease met George Stephenson when he was 50. I've learnt that Robert Stephenson was meant to do trains like George Stephenson wanted him to do, but he wanted to do something else.
I'm head of the company, but I don't want to be restricted. I want to go off and do my own thing, but I feel like I'm being held back by them because they want me to stay and do the work that they've planned out for me.
My favourite bit was when Robert sang the song because he said that he wanted to go off and do his own thing and that his father just forced him to do what he wanted him to do instead of what he wanted to do.
I could see my future laid out before me.
It was good that we could ask them questions because then they could answer them questions and give us answers that will help us learn about the local history.
Did you all meet Queen Victoria?
Robert built a bridge and Queen Victoria opened it, and he met Queen Victoria.
Do you want to work in my mill?
Yeah!
How many of you would like to work in my mill?
They asked us if we wanted to work in the mill, and he said that we would get like 5p a day. I feel lucky because we have way more money than just 5p.
Since it went 30 miles per hour and you said it will blow your hair off, would your cheeks go flying back like?
It was good to learn history in a different way because some people might not enjoy reading, and if you give them a local history book and they have to read it, they'll either refuse or they'll just won't pay attention to it because they're not enjoying it. But if you learn it in this way, like in a play or a more fun way, then they don't notice that they're learning about local history and they feel like they're just playing.
Instead of just taking the words into your head, you can see how it happened and how it was done.
I remember them better because there was actually someone there that knowed a lot about George Stephenson that told me all about it.
Now I think that the mists of time are swirling and we must return to a place in history.
I can think I learned that in year 3.
I would like to do more of this sort of thing because we got to watch plays and do loads of nice activity, and this was the best year we've ever had at school.